Goodbye.
Merhabalar herkese. IEFT Talks webinarlarına hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Bugün Hollanda'da hukuk yüksek lisansı yapmak isteyenler için Diana, Sheena ve Barkın bizlerle olacak. Lütfen sorularınızı sağ alt köşede Questions bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Diana, the stage is yours now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you all for joining this webinar about studying at Leiden Law School. My name is Diana Kettenis, and I'm working for the Marketing and Communication Department of the Leiden Law School. And today with me is my colleague Sheena Bruce. She's the project manager of our advanced LLM programs. And today is also with us one of our current Turkish students, Barkın Işık. And so today mainly is about studying at Leiden Law School. Should you be interested in one of the other programs, many other programs that Leiden University has to offer, of course, you can listen to this presentation and learn a bit about the Netherlands and Leiden. But I advise you to also look at our website. There are many videos about the specific programs. And please contact the master coordinator or study coordinators of the specific programs you're interested in. So we will start this presentation. First, my colleague, Ms. Bruce, will do a short presentation, and then we will ask Barkın to share his experiences with studying in Leiden. And afterwards, of course, we will answer all your questions. So for now, I would like to ask Ms. Bruce to start with her presentation.
Okay, if you give me just 2 seconds so I can share the screen for the PowerPoint.
Of course, of course. People are still coming in, I see. So for the people, if you have any questions, please post them in the questions section. Behind the scenes, I will try to answer them maybe already, or maybe we will save the questions for Ms. Bruce and Barkın later.
Can you see the screen?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I believe it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we see it, Sheena.
Okay, fantastic, great. Okay, merhaba ve hoş geldiniz. Benim adım Sheena Bruce. And that is about as much as I can say in Turkish at this moment in time, but I thought I would try to make a small effort to say hello and welcome to this introduction for our master degree programs at Leiden Law School. As I just said, my name is Sheena Bruce, and I'm the head coordinator for the advanced master programs that we have within Leiden Law School, Leiden University. Although I am here to also explain a little bit to you about the regular master programs that we have. I assume that as you're watching this presentation, it's because you're looking for a master degree in law that will either help to prepare you for a career or enhance your career in the legal profession. We hope that this presentation and the information we have on our web pages will help you with this decision, and that you will take up the decision to study here with us in Leiden. So this afternoon, I'm going to talk about what Leiden University offers, how to assess if you're eligible to apply for our master degree programs, why you might choose Leiden, hopefully give you some answers to some questions you have already formed, information about connecting with us, and last but not least, help you to decide to apply. As you can see here on this PowerPoint page, you can see where Leiden and The Hague are in relation to the rest of the Netherlands. For those of you who are not familiar with the Netherlands, you can see that we're on mainland Europe, and we hold a unique position of being the doorstep to Europe, actually. Leiden is 20 minutes from the airport, Schiphol Airport. We're 15 minutes by train from The Hague, so Leiden and The Hague is a 15-minute travel distance. 40 minutes by train to Amsterdam, and approximately 30 to 45 minutes to other major cities in the Netherlands. And really importantly, we're only 20 minutes from the beach. Leiden is a really old city. It has a historical medieval feel. It has about 1,200 residents, and 1 in 10 of the population is a student. It's a very small and safe city. It's been voted by the Student Barometer as being one of the safest in the Netherlands for many years, consecutive years. In Leiden alone, we have over 12 museums and over 2,700 monuments. It has traditional architecture, city planning. It's got really cute 16th and 17th century buildings. It's crisscrossed with canals and city gates. The city is the campus. We don't have a university campus. The student residents and faculties are spread throughout the whole of the city, but you're never more than 10 minutes bike ride from your next class or destination. The city is also filled with theatres, cinemas, and it holds multiple cultural events every year. Leiden University was founded in 1575. We have 7 faculties, and we're consistently ranked as one of the leading universities within the Netherlands and Europe, actually. Leiden University has a global outlook and is a forward-thinking research university. It's very research intensive, offering programs not on offer anywhere else. We have some of the most highly ranked faculties in a number of areas, but of course this includes law. We focus also on direct impact and innovation. Leiden is internationally orientated with an emphasis on freedom of thought. Our motto that you can see on the screen, Praesidium Liberatus, means bastion of freedom. This means we expect discussion and debate no matter what the point of view is, and encourage freedom in all avenues of education. So Leiden Law School. You can see a few statistics here on the screen. We are a comprehensive law school with specific research portfolios, and I would encourage you to check out these research portfolios for your own interests of study by going to the Leiden Law School web pages. You'll find out there what's going on in the field of research and education. A little bit more statistics for you there. You can also see our rankings as a law school within the QS and THE rankings. Our programs are specifically designed for individuals who are keen to reach the top of the legal profession and who are willing to put in the work to do so. It's not for nothing that we're ranked as high as we are and one of the top law schools in Europe. Here on this screen, you can see that we have regular LLM programs. These are part of the 3+1 system for education, meaning that there is a 3-year bachelor degree which needs to be completed before you then go on and do a 1-year master degree. This is generally the case throughout the whole of Europe. These work under the degree Master of Law specializations and then the name of the specialization. So on the next slide that I will show you, you can see that the specializations are law and society, European law, crime and criminal justice, and public international law. But we have many more master degrees, but these are the only 4 regular ones that are taught in English. However, on the other hand, we have 9 advanced master degree programs in law, also taught in English. Each of these programs are individually accredited and are not a general degree with specializations. In the following screens, you will see the names of the actual degree qualifications that you will receive. So it would be Advanced Master in Law, Air and Space Law, or European and International Business Law. It would not be a general Advanced Master of Laws specialization in. So these are very specialist programs. They're aimed at talented students with excellent grades and some working experience. What I mean by working experience does not mean that you have had to work in a law firm, but the fact that you've maybe participated in moot courts or that you have done short internships, etc. So it doesn't mean that you have to have done paid work prior to application, but you do have to have done something. The term Advanced Master is not used in vain. In these programs, you will get access to specialist programs where teaching is done at high level by highly reputable academics and practitioners, with the aim of preparing you for furthering your career in the legal profession or even academia, if this is your goal. This means that you will practice in-depth legal analysis, you will fine-tune your legal writing skills, further train your analytical and problem-solving skills, and build on teamwork and independent working skills. All of these and many others are covered in the wide range of courses designed to give you the tools and knowledge to succeed in practice. Our programs address the various layers and perspectives of the constantly evolving complex legal world that we live in. Here you can now see 6 of the advanced master programs that we currently offer. These programs are 1 year only. We would expect you to have done your bachelor degree studies before applying for these programs. So all these programs have compulsory courses which culminate in the writing of a thesis. You'll find the individual program components in depth on each of the program web pages on the Leiden Law School website. I'm now going to go on to the next slide to show you the next few programs. So all the programs have got compulsory courses which culminate in the writing of a thesis. Oh, sorry, I've already said that to you. Classes take place in the form of seminars, normally held in 2 or 3 hour sessions, 2 or 3 times a week per course. The teaching methodology is the Socratic method, which you read on a previous screen. The classes and the courses, they are not all taught at the same time. You will be participating in maybe 2 to 3 classes at any one time, and when a course finishes, the following will start. Exams take place at the end of each course. We don't have exam weeks, etc. So you finish your teaching, you do the exams. You will also be actively encouraged to take part in academic activities outside the curriculum, such as moot court competitions, participation in conferences and workshops, field trips, and internships. Every year, our student bodies within each program are very diversified and consist of students from all over the globe. This makes the learning and social experience much more valuable and rewarding. Learning about the settings and different legal systems around the world, as well as becoming acquainted with different cultures and making many, many new friends for life. The programs are taught by our experienced staff members, which consist of a combination of practitioners and academics. Thus, we are combining high-level academic studies with a direct, practical, and applicable knowledge and skills. This is what makes our program so special and suitable for a wide audience. So, are you eligible? Check the admission page of the particular program you're interested in on the Leiden Law School website. All applicants have to submit an English test score, regardless of nationality, including Dutch applications. We have a limited place, 1-month pre-sessional English course for law students of the advanced master programs who may fall slightly short of the English entry requirements. You can also find all the details of this on the entry requirements page for each program. But on this particular slide, you can see that we do ask for a law degree from a leading university. We expect good grades. We ask for IELTS and TOEFL. You can see the scores here. Motivation statement, 2 references, a little bit of work experience, and of course we need a CV from you as well. So in order to find out, you have to apply. Apply early. So check the instructions and deadline per program online. Non-EU students, the deadline is the 1st of April every year. Register in the national registration system called StudyLink. And then after that, around about up to 24 hours later, you will receive the login details for the Leiden application system. And then you can go further with your application in our own particular application system. So when you complete and submit your application online, you need to pay the application fee, which is currently €100. And then you await a decision on your admission. between 4 to 6 weeks it takes. By the time the admissions office, the Central University Admissions Office, has assessed your application and then forward it to the faculty for us to make a decision on your application. Applications are done on a rolling basis, so first come, first served. For advanced master programs, we have around about 40, that's 40 places per program. Of course, for regular master programs, there is much, much more places. Tuition fees for regular and advanced master non-EU are the same. You may apply without an English test score if you're waiting on the outcome of your test or are waiting to take a test. You may also still apply if you are waiting for the outcome of a scholarship. If you're accepted, the condition of the English will be reflected in your offer letter as one of the conditions that need to be fulfilled before the entry to the programme. Likewise, if you still have not finished your bachelor degree, you may still apply while you're awaiting the final results of your degree, as long as you have completed your degree before the start date, before the visa application deadline in June, July. Talking of financial matters though, planning financially is arguably the most important aspect of studying, either home or abroad. There are many things to think about and to consider. In order to help, you may apply for one of the LEX scholarships, so that's Leiden Excellence Scholarships, which are specific to Leiden University. For our regular master programs, we do not have any of these scholarships, but for all 9 advanced master programs, we do. There are additional scholarships for Turkish students, which include the prestigious Germany Scholarship, the Turkish Government Scholarship, and there are scholarships from Rotary clubs. You will need to actually look for these yourself, but the Rotary Club around the world does offer some scholarships for certain fields of study. Alternatively, you can search on Grant Finder by topic, field of study, country of origin, organisations, etc., to see if there are any scholarships or funding which you may be eligible to apply for. Next to Leiden is The Hague. And I did mention this at the very, very beginning, just to help you a little bit. Some of our programs are based in The Hague, the Public International Law Advanced Master and the Advanced Master in International Dispute Settlement and Arbitration. The other programs are predominantly based in Leiden. And as you can see, The Hague is known as the International City of Justice. It's got one of the highest populations of international residents in the Netherlands. There's many international restaurants, bars, markets, shops, festivals. It's got the most historic sites per square meter in the Netherlands as well. It just oozes culture and history. It's a really sort of styleful, cultural city full of elegant homes, parks, embassies, non-government organizations. And it's the seat of the national government and the official residence of the Dutch monarchy. And as I said earlier, we're only sort of 15 minutes from each other, and The Hague is about 30 minutes from Schiphol, but it also has train connections throughout the rest of Europe. Here you can see some of the team that we have for our advanced master programs and our Office for International Education. You can always ask us for advice. You can see our contact details on the page for each of the programs on the Leiden Law School website. We also have international student advisors. We have something called Pit Stop for international students. We have a Plexus Student Centre. We have financial and legal counsellors, psychological counsellors, and a career centre. So we have many ways that you can connect with us. So not only with the contact details on the website and the Leiden Law School website as well, the general website is there. We have uni buddies, we have study line and study ambassadors, and we have the Student and Educational Affairs Office, admissions and application information, etc., for more practical information on applying. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, and Instagram. you can see here a little bit more information. Ms. Annette van Zandwijk is the head of our Office for International Education. I'm the deputy head of that office as well. And that's it. So thank you for taking the time to hear this presentation. We look forward to hopefully seeing you soon in Leiden. Teşekkürler.
Yeah, thank you, Sheena. Maybe Barkin, if you dare, yeah. Maybe you can turn your microphone on.
Hi.
Hello. Maybe you can tell a little bit about your background and since when you are in Leiden and which program you're currently doing.
Yeah, sure. I'm a graduate from a Turkish university, Özyeğin University. And then I had 4 years of practicing experience in Turkey as well. Then last year I applied for Leiden University's 2 advanced programs, one of which is international commercial, civil and commercial law. And I moved here back in September. And it's been a great experience, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, so still a short time. Yeah, you haven't been just here for a few months.
Yeah, a rather short time. But
yeah, and what is
it's been great. It was very easy to get used to it. Like I didn't have a lot of troubles or like any adjustment issues whatsoever.
Okay. And do you already have a lot of international friends, or?
Yeah, mostly.
Was it easy?
I'd say mostly international. I have some Dutch friends as well, of course, but I'd say like it's more common for international students to have other international friends. Like I also have a few Turkish friends as well, for sure. There's plenty of Turkish students here as well. But otherwise, I have friends from all across the world.
Barkin,
Okay.
can I ask, did you come on a scholarship or?
No, I didn't come on a scholarship. No.
Okay. And well, the question that also a lot of potential students worry about is, was it easy for you to find housing, or how did you manage that?
Well, that's quite reasonable thing to worry about, because to be honest, it's very difficult to find housing. I found mine very easily, but that's only because I applied very early on. Like I had my acceptance from the university in January, I think, and immediately after I got my acceptance, although I was still waiting for answer from some other universities, I hadn't made my decision, like final decision yet. I still applied for the Duvo housing that the college, the university, does not itself provide, but like it's kind of redirects you to there. So it's not the university itself a housing, but another firm that provides student housing. And I was lucky enough to get one from Duvo. I think I applied in February to Duvo, and I have friends who did apply in March but couldn't get one. So yeah. It's very important to apply. If you want a Duvo housing, it's very important to apply very early on.
Really early, yeah.
That's the crux of the thing. And this is why I said that our applications are on a rolling basis. So first come, first served. The sooner you apply for Leiden, the sooner you will get a decision. And that means the sooner you can apply for housing and the more chance you are guaranteed of housing. Yeah. Although housing over the whole of the Netherlands is an issue in terms of we're a small country. So it's not, the cities are not that big, but there is generally housing for everyone, but it does take some looking for. There is availability for a lot of private housing as well.
Well, yeah. In my experience, like my friends had similar experience. They came here without having a permanent housing, but they had like some temporary solution, like either with some other families, like living with them for a while, or like renting out a Airbnb for a while. But when they came here, they were like 24/7 searching for a new place, a permanent place, so they can register and actually live in. and most of them that did eventually find places to live. But of course, I reckon it's not an easy thing to worry about when you're already in the country and searching a house. It's better to be safe and apply very early on and get one from.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Very good advice, Bargain. I've noticed that already also some people asked some questions in the chat. Sheena, you were talking indeed about the different LLM programs that we offer. And indeed, could you elaborate a little bit more about the difference between the advanced and the regular programs?
Yeah, I anticipated that as a question. Okay. So the advanced master programs differentiate from the regular master programs, both in their level of learning and teaching. The advanced masters go more in depth into the specialist subjects within each of the courses within the program. And the courses are tailored to the program. So if you choose to do a program in European and international business law, or international civil and commercial law, or human rights programs, etc., the courses are only in that field of study. Whereas a regular master program, you do several general courses in law first, and then you go and select the courses that are related to the specialization that you would like to do. And then at the end of your year, you come back and you do another couple of general courses related to law and write a thesis. So that's one of the very big differences. Another big difference is that the class sizes, as I mentioned. The advanced masters, we have small classes so that we can do the Socratic method of teaching. So you are expected to discuss and debate with your lecturers, which means you have to prepare for all classes by doing the reading. But we expect you as an advanced master student to go further than just the reading that you are given. So we expect you to think outside the box and to look and research things for yourself so that you can then participate more fully in the class, discussing, debating with the lecturers. So that's what the Socratic method means. Regular master programs can have between 120 to 150 people in the class. So you don't get that opportunity to go into in-depth discussions. It's a sort of, you're lectured, given a lecture, and then you would maybe go into smaller work groups where you would work on exercises, etc., to try and reinforce your learning. But it's generally not a place with so many people that you can easily ask a question in a lecture, whereas in the advanced you can, and you can discuss things openly from different legal perspectives from the different countries that are there. It's also encouraged for you to try to tie case studies with what would have happened in your own country so that others can learn from you as well. There is not so much difference in the price for non-EU students, as I said. They pay both the same. So it would be entirely up to you to decide whether you wanted to have a general master degree in law with a specialization, or if you really wanted to go in depth to do a specialization and an advanced master. The price is the same. I have to say that most people opt for the advanced master because of the type of academia that's offered to you. It's mostly professors and professional field that come in and do the teaching, as I said. There's more attention given to advanced master people in terms of we have dedicated program directors, program coordinators, and academic coordinators, specifically for each of these programs. So each of the 9 programs have 3 dedicated people looking after the students, whereas the regular master programs are part of the Dutch education system. So they are coordinated in exactly the same way. And of course, Dutch nationals, they don't really need the sort of help that international students need. So there's slightly less help for international students on the regular master programs, but there is more for the advanced master students. So the advanced focuses specifically on an area of legal expertise, and the regulars are a bit more general. Does that help to answer?
I think so, Sheena. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. And then also someone else asked, like, will it be expensive to rent a house? What is the general amount?
It depends. It depends very much. With the housing, how it works is that you, if you're accepted onto a program, then you get the opportunity to apply for housing. And in that application, and Barkin can maybe say a little bit more than this, you're given several options. So Barkin, do you want to talk about how you applied for the housing?
Yeah, sure. Like I went through the Duo application system, and basically for Duo, I think you have to pay in some deposit for like 200 euros or somewhere around that. I can't exactly recall, but somewhere around that. So you get in queue, and if you are eligible for a place, then you get to choose your housing. And you have several options, like several different locations and buildings. And I think the price range is like from 400 euros to like 700, depending on whether it is a studio house or a shared room. But if you end up with a studio apartment, and if you're eligible for other conditions, you may get a rent allowance from the government as well, from the Dutch government. I think like currently I'm getting like 250 euros of subsidy from the government itself. So that kind of helps as well. But it all depends on the conditions that you're looking for. If you are looking for a private house, then it's going to be costlier, of course.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to want a shared room, it's going to be cheaper. But I think the range is like starting from 400 euros to up to 100,500. I don't know. It's around that. Yeah.
The subsidy for rent is not for Duo housing though. It's for private housing.
No, you can get for Duo. I'm living in a Duo. I got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you get a private studio, then you can get one. But if it's a shared room, then you can't.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. I don't know if there are any other questions from people watching. I don't know if you would like to ask Barkin.
I see a question: do international students have a chance to have internship opportunities?
That one. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes and no. You would be expected to find your own internship. We don't supply internships for you, but we do offer you networking opportunities where you can sort of get to know people within law firms, etc. We do career events as well, which helps you to understand what is expected of you during CV writing, application, interviewing, how you can best profile yourself on social medias, etc. How to look for work in the Netherlands. We do PhD workshops. We give a workshop on doing internships in the Netherlands. So what is required for non-EU people to be allowed to do an internship without a work permit, essentially. And then applying for a search year after you finish your graduation, because once you graduate, you're allowed to stay in the Netherlands for 1 year afterwards to look for work within the Netherlands. And that means that you don't have to apply for a work permit for that one particular year.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see any other questions coming in, but are there any tips that you can share with us, Barkin, about what is the best way to start the program?
Diana, I see another question. My friend is
we can still. Yeah, I have already answered some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can start later on. But are there any tips that you could share, Barkin? Like when you just started, was it tough? Because you were in the International Civil and Commercial Law program. Is it a tough program?
Yeah, the readings and the workload is not that easy, but it is manageable. I think like if you compare to what it is in Turkey, it's a different methodology. Like in Turkey, most of the universities at bachelor level expect you to like just be in the class and like in a lecture format and learn from the professor himself or herself, and then sit an exam at the end of the semester. But as you said before, it's not the case in Leiden advanced programs. What you have to do is just like practice every day, do your readings, and get to the class with pre-knowledge that you have, and then actually discuss the issues in the classroom. And it's much less of a lecture, but more of a discussion, just meeting for a discussion. So that's quite different than what it is in Turkey, but I think it's more helpful and more suitable for the subject matter of the program. And especially not having a full-on exam week is much more easier than what it is in Turkey. I know like the all Turkish students go through like hell 2 weeks of exams, but that's not the case here. You can actually like take your time, study for the specific exam that you'll be sitting through, then end the class and then start the next one. That's much more manageable than it is. So I think academic wise, if you're like, if you really take your time paying the attention and the workload, then you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And of course, the professors are always there to help. They're very reachable. They're very accessible. So
that's a good point. They tend to stay back behind after class to talk to students who have got extra questions that were not able to be answered in the class time. And also there is a pre-exam classes, and then you get an exam review session afterwards. So you get to see where you could have improved. So I think that's also a useful thing that is done. So you get an idea and a flavor of what to expect in the exam and the type of questions. And then afterwards, once you've done the exam, then you can see where you could have made improvements.
Yeah.
Liana, I see a question here that hasn't been answered. If you have a GPA lower than 3, can you see that?
Yeah, I was just wanted to ask you that one.
Okay.
Because indeed, someone else previously asked, like, what kind of grade you need to have for the English tests.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, indeed, what if you have a GPA lower than 3.0? If you still can be accepted?
We take a very holistic view of the applications for the advanced master programs. So it would depend on an awful lot of things. If you're a young student with no real work experience, then I would say no, don't apply, because you won't be accepted. But if you're a little bit older and you've got work experience of working in a law firm, etc., then we take experience into account, because maybe you did your qualification 5-6 years ago, but of course 5-6 years of work experience means an awful lot. You've learned an awful lot of practical experience. So if you are a young student with a GPA lower than 3.0 and you haven't done very much work experience, I think it would be difficult to be accepted onto the program.
Okay. Yeah, but in general, we have certain requirements for the English tests.
Yeah, also, yeah.
Yeah. So, but the admission board takes the whole picture.
Mm-hmm. Also, your CVs and your letters of motivation, we read everything thoroughly, because we want to see what you can bring to the class. What is your added value to the classroom? That's what we're looking for as well. So when you sort of craft your motivation letter, make sure that you include these type of things. What's your motivation? Why do you want to come to Leiden? What's the reason you chose the program? What are you going to do afterwards? What do you think Leiden can give to you? What do you think you can give to Leiden? So those are the type of things that you should be including in your motivation letter.
Yeah.
And the similar things, but of course, when you apply for a LEX scholarship, so the Leiden scholarship, you will be asked to submit a letter of motivation for that as well. And it cannot be the same letter as your motivation letter for the program. So indeed, you need to craft that slightly differently. Talking about how the scholarship can help you, what you again, what you would like to do after you finish. But generally, it's why you think you deserve to be given a scholarship. That's the type of thing that you should be looking and writing in your motivation letter for the scholarship.
Yeah.
Again, 2 different types of motivation letters.
Okay, I don't. Nobody has any other questions? Nothing more for Barkin? I don't see any other questions popping up. No, I only see thumbs up. So that means we're all clear. But that is good to hear that there are no more questions. I just want to say that if you would like to have more information about specific programs, we have this video platform on our website where you can see the videos per master program, so more in depth about the classes that you will be getting of the different advanced programs. I will share that link in the questions part. You just have to register only with your email, and then you can see also the recordings of the previous Masters Online Open Day that took place in the beginning of November. So you can see per program introduction videos and also the recording of this Masters Open Day. I've just put it in the chat part. Is it there now? Yeah, I just put it in the chat part where you can see the link to the videos. And if you even would like to ask more questions about specific programs, in February there is this online Masters Experience Week. And then you can also sign up from the end of December to participate in those webinars and also ask questions to the professors, students, and you also hear about short lectures about specific programs. So we have quite a lot of activities going on if you're really interested in specific programs. Let me see if some questions meanwhile popped up. I don't believe so. So I will think we will leave it at this. I would like to thank you all for watching and for your interest in Leiden University. I would like to thank the organization of IEFT and especially Zenep for making this happen and organizing this. And thank you, Sheena and Barkin, that you were both present here. And well, let's hope that we can see you in Leiden next year. Thank you very much.
Zeynep, do you want to finish the session?
Yes, thank you very much for the great presentation, Sheena, Diana, and Barkin. You covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers too. We believe it was a very informative session for the attendees. And also I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan web sitesini inceleyebilirsiniz daha fazla sorularınız için. Bir sonraki webinarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, you guys. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.